In the Cold War, spies used hidden cameras and behind closed door scandals to blackmail powerful men. In 2025, they just use code. Because now, it's not what you did, it's what your data says you might do next. Palantir was once a shadowy Silicon Valley startup. Today, it underpins key surveillance systems at ICE, Homeland Security, and has contracts modernizing the IRS. Its platforms like Gotham and Foundry fuse data from everywhere. Immigration files, telecom data, license plate databases, identity records. They're built to reveal what humans can't see. But when those systems start predicting behavior, we cross into dangerous territory. That's not speculation, by the way. Palantir ran a secret predictive policing program already. With the New Orleans Police Department, it flagged people as likely offenders, not based on crimes they committed, but on who they knew. The program ran for years, completely unknown to the public. In Chicago, a man named Robert McDaniel was labeled high risk by a predictive system, not Palantir's. But this happened just because of who he was connected to. He hadn't committed a crime. Now remember Jeffrey Epstein? His townhouse had safes full of CDs, and hard drives, and binders. For years, people speculated that he was collecting blackmail. There's no verified evidence of a formal blackmail operation, but in the age of Palantir, you don't need cameras and safes. You need access. If one system can instantly surface a person's finances, networks, travel history, and private records, it doesn't need to fabricate leverage. The data is leverage. And that kind of power doesn't need to be abused directly to be dangerous. It just has to exist, quietly, behind a wall of classification and access control. Back in 1761, James Otis railed against the British use of writs of assistance. They were blanket warrants that let officers search anyone, anytime, without specific cause. The founders hated them so much, they wrote the Fourth Amendment. The right of the people to be secure against unreasonable searches shall not be violated. But today, agencies can query vast, linked datasets covering millions of people, surfacing patterns by algorithm and flagging people not for what they've done, but for what their data suggests. That's not targeted policing. That drifts toward preemptive risk scoring. In a world where predictive systems guide suspicion and data trails determine trust, who holds the power and who holds the powerful accountable? Who watches the watchers? When surveillance becomes the new blackmail, this is the question that we need to be asking. Before we go, I want to thank Sabarish. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, but Sabarish has joined me on the gift that is my Patreon. What do I mean by it being a gift? I mean that the over 20 pieces of exclusive content that's up there, things that I don't post anywhere else, are also not paywalled, even though they're on Patreon. Currently, there aren't even any tiers to join, but in the future there probably will be, and it'll just be a way to help sustain the work that's there. But it won't unlock any content for you if you pay something, and if you decide not to, it won't wall off any content from you either. I want this stuff to be accessible to anyone who is interested in consuming it, and people who do decide to sustain it will also participate in that effort. There's over 20 pieces, like I said, video, audio, essays, behind-the-scenes stuff. I don't post it anywhere else. I really, really don't. And so if you haven't been there, you haven't seen this stuff before. So head on over and join Sabrish and I, and we'll see you there.